Good evening. Tonight's headlines highlight a series of legal proceedings and community initiatives. Felicia Jaum is found not guilty of obtaining money by false pretense, marking a legal victory. Meanwhile, Quez Lewis faces arrest and charges for malicious damage of property, underscoring the importance of property rights. Charges are laid against Edward Samson for causing death by dangerous driving, highlighting road safety concerns. Additionally, Kurt Wilson is arrested and charged for inflicting grievous bodily harm, emphasizing the consequences of violent behavior. LaShawn Javon Crawford faces arrest and charges for robbery under arms, reflecting efforts to combat crime. Andrew Williams is arrested for possession of an unlicensed firearm and marijuana, signaling law enforcement's commitment to reducing illegal activities. Meanwhile, police in Regional Division 8 are investigating an alleged simple larceny, ensuring justice is served. On a positive note, Muhammad empowers a single mother of 3 in West Bank Demerara with a food caravan business, demonstrating community support and empowerment. Stay tuned for more updates on these ongoing developments.
Felicia Jaum found not guilty of obtaining money by false pretense. In a recent trial at the Blairmont Magistrates Court, Magistrate Peter Hugh rendered a verdict of not guilty in the case against Felicia Jaum, a 37-year-old former NAFICO branch manager, on charges of obtaining money totaling $39 million by false pretense. Ms. Jaum was accused of obtaining the sum of $39 million from Abdul Rasho under false pretenses. However, Magistrate Hugh found her not guilty after careful consideration of the evidence presented during the trial. The court determined that while Ms. Jaum did receive the money, the prosecution failed to sufficiently prove her guilt as charged. The prosecution could not establish beyond a reasonable doubt that Ms. Jaum intended to defraud Mr. Rasho or that she made false representations with the intent to deceive. During the trial, Mr. Rasho testified that he had given Ms. Jaum the money under the belief that she was conducting a legal investment business, as suggested by a pastor present during their meeting. Ms. Jaum denied taking any money by false pretense and maintained that the pastor, who organized the transaction, was responsible. Magistrate Hugh concluded that Mr. Rasho had relied on the pastor's statement rather than Ms. Jaum's representations regarding the investment. Therefore, he found that the prosecution failed to prove that Ms. Jaum intended to defraud Mr. Rasho or that she falsely represented her ability to invest the funds and provide a profit. While acquitted of this charge, Ms. Jaum will face another trial for similar charges on March 18, which will be prosecuted by the Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU. The court proceedings underscore the importance of thorough investigation and evidence presentation in criminal trials, ensuring fair and just outcomes. Arrest and charge of Quez Lewis for malicious damage of property. On the 24th of February, 2024, Mr. Quez Lewis, a 31-year-old gold miner residing in Friendship/Buxton, East Coast Demerara, was arrested and subsequently charged on Monday for the offense of malicious damage of property. Mr. Lewis is accused of damaging the windshield of a vehicle valued at $110,000, which belongs to Ms. Asesima Henry, a 42-year-old contractor residing in Brushdam Friendship, East Coast Demerara. The incident occurred on the 22nd of February, 2024. Appearing at the Vigilance Magistrates Court before Senior Magistrate Fabio Azor at 11:00 HRS on Monday, Mr. Lewis pleaded not guilty to the charge. He was remanded to prison, and the matter has been adjourned to the 8th of April, 2024. The Guyana Police Force remains committed to upholding the law and ensuring that justice is served. We urge all citizens to resolve disputes amicably and refrain from engaging in destructive behavior. Charges laid against Edward Samson for causing death by dangerous driving. Yesterday, Mr. Edward Samson, a 37-year-old resident of Grahams Hall, East Coast Demerara, was formally charged for the offense of causing death by dangerous driving. This charge stems from a tragic incident that occurred on the 21st of September, 2023, involving a fatal accident on the La Bonne Intention, LBI, railway embankment. Mr. Samson appeared at the Sparendam Magistrates Court No. 1 before Magistrate Liverpool, where the charge was read to him. He entered a plea of not guilty. The court, after considering the circumstances, granted Mr. Samson bail in the sum of $400,000. The matter has been adjourned to the 4th of April, 2024, for further legal proceedings. The Guyana police force emphasizes the seriousness of road safety and the consequences of dangerous driving. We urge all motorists to exercise caution and adhere to traffic laws to prevent accidents and loss of life on our roadways. Arrest and charges of Kurt Wilson for inflicting grievous bodily harm. On Monday, Mr. Kurt Wilson, a 44-year-old unemployed resident of Gedverwagting, East Coast Demerara, was arrested and subsequently charged with the offense of inflicting grievous bodily harm. This charge is in accordance with Section 50 of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 801, and pertains to an incident involving Mr. Tian Lo. Yesterday, Mr. Wilson appeared at the Sparendam Magistrates Court before Magistrate Liverpool, where the charge was formally read to him. During the court proceedings, Mr. Wilson entered a plea of not guilty to the charge. Bail was granted in the sum of $80,000. The matter has been adjourned to the 9th of April, 2024, for further legal proceedings. The diligent efforts of law enforcement in apprehending individuals involved in criminal activities are essential to maintaining public safety and upholding the rule of law. The Guyana police force remains committed to ensuring that justice is served and that perpetrators of crime are held accountable for their actions. Arrest and charges of Javon Crawford for robbery under arms. Last week, authorities arrested and charged Mr. Javon Crawford, a 22-year-old unemployed resident of Haslington South, East Coast Demerara, with 2 counts of robbery under arms. The charges are in accordance with Section 222C of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 801. Mr. Crawford stands accused of committing 2 separate acts of robbery under arms against Wee Zhu Chan and Shantai Mohan, which occurred on the 22nd of February, 2024, in Enmore, East Coast Demerara. On the 26th of February, 2024, at approximately 11:00 HRS, Mr. Crawford appeared at the Vigilance Magistrates Court before Senior Magistrate Fabio Azor. During the court proceedings, both charges were formally read to him. Mr. Crawford entered a plea of not guilty to the charges. Subsequently, bail was refused, and he was remanded to prison pending further legal proceedings. The matters have been transferred to the Cove and John Magistrates Court for the 26th of March, 2024. Arrest of Andrew Williams for possession of unlicensed firearm and marijuana. Last evening, between 1905 and 1950 HRS, a gazetted officer and other ranks from the Port Kaituma police station conducted a search on the dwelling house of Mr. Andrew Williams at Train Line, Port Kaituma. During the search, law enforcement discovered alarming evidence implicating Mr. Williams in illegal activities. Inside Mr. Williams's residence, authorities uncovered one 9mm pistol with 1 magazine containing 6 matching rounds of ammunition. Additionally, a quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis was found. The suspected cannabis, weighing 299.7 grams, was confiscated by the police. When questioned about the firearm license, Mr. Williams chose to remain silent. As a result, he was informed of the allegations against him, subsequently arrested, and taken into custody at the Port Kaituma police station. Mr. Williams, a 35-year-old businessman, with residences in both Port Kaituma, Northwest District, and William Street, Kitty, Georgetown, is currently detained pending charges. The diligent efforts of the Port Kaituma police station in apprehending individuals engaged in illegal activities are commendable. The seizure of an unlicensed firearm and significant quantity of marijuana underscores the commitment of law enforcement to maintain public safety and uphold the rule of law. The investigation into this matter remains ongoing, and further updates will be provided as necessary. Police in Regional Division 8 are investigating an alleged simple larceny. Police in Regional Division 8 are investigating an alleged simple larceny committed on Felton Ben, a 48-year-old miner of El Paso Village in the Potaro-Siparuni region of Guyana, which occurred at around 20:20 HRS last night, Tuesday, at El Paso. The 22-year-old suspect, Shelton Richardson, who is a pork knocker from the village, was arrested by police and has since admitted to sneaking into a fielder wagon motorcar #HC5757, driving off with the vehicle, which was later found crashed on a hill. The vehicle is valued at $1,250,000 and is the property of Felton Ben. Inquiries revealed that around 18:30 HRS yesterday, the victim went home from work and parked his car in front of his house, leaving the car key on the driver's seat. The victim went into his home, after which his son Josh Ben told him that someone gone with the car. The victim made checks outside his home and saw that the car was indeed missing. He then went in search of the vehicle and found the car on a hill in the El Paso village, in a crash state. Ben then received information that it was the 22-year-old suspect who drove off with his car. The matter was reported to Madia Police Station, after which the suspect was contacted by the police and told of the allegation. The suspect confessed to the crime. He was arrested and placed into custody. Mohammed empowers single mother of 3 in WBD with food caravan business. A heartwarming gesture of support and empowerment was extended to Amanda Hercules, a 33-year-old single mother of 3 from Sisters Village, West Bank Demerara, WBD, by Mr. A. Mohammed. Hercules is now the proud owner of a fully stocked food caravan, generously provided by Mr. Mohammed. Despite being employed part-time at the Good Intent Neighborhood Democratic Council, NDC, Hercules found it challenging to make ends meet for her family. With her eldest child attending secondary school and the other 2 in primary school and daycare, respectively, the financial strain was significant. Recognizing Hercules' determination to provide for her family, she approached Mr. Mohammed for assistance in starting a small business. Without hesitation, Mr. Mohammed agreed to set up a food caravan for her, fully stocked and ready to go. On Wednesday, Hercules opened her business, offering aerated drinks and snacks to her community. With aspirations to expand into selling food items in the future, she is optimistic about the prospects of her new venture. The support provided by Mr. Mohammed has brought immense relief to Hercules, who now has a source of income to sustain her family. While she is at work during the day, her mother will oversee the operation of the business, ensuring its smooth functioning. This initiative reflects Mr. Mohammed's commitment to empowering individuals and fostering economic opportunities within the community. Hercules' story serves as an inspiring example of resilience and determination in the face of challenges.